Let's try that again. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of Business and Budgets. Tonight, we're going to be talking about trademarks. So I'm going to go ahead and pin the topic really quick. And I'm going to be responding to some questions that I've been receiving via email, via DM, via comment section. I just want to clarify some things about trademarks. What should be trademarked? When can you trademark? What does it mean for your business? It's so hard to pin topics sometimes. All right, so I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to come and join me. Make sure you send this to a friend. For those of you who have friends who are small business owners who might need this information. And we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about what a trademark is. We're going to talk about what happens if someone else trademarks your business. We're going to talk about how two different companies can have two very similar trademarks. And all that good jazz. Let's send this out. What's up, lovely? Alright, so we're about to go ahead and get started. If you see me looking down, I am looking at my notes. I want to make sure that I am as clear, as informed, as correct as possible when sharing this information with you guys. We'll talk about the difference between copyrights, trademarks, trade names, patents, all that jazz. Alright, so let's get started. First, what is a trademark? A trademark, hey y'all, is a word, phrase, symbol, or design that distinguishes your goods from those of another company or another party. A service mark is the exact same thing as a trademark, but it applies to services. So when you file a service mark or a trademark, it's the same exact application. So, to those of you who are small business owners, I know that you're like, should I trademark? What's the benefits of it? So, trademarks actually protect you and your brand if someone else tries to recreate that thing. So, for example, if Sunshine Grind, for example, is a trademark that is actually being processed right now, as well as Sunshine Enterprise. But Sunshine Enterprise is a service mark because Sunshine Enterprise isn't something I frequently put on merchandise. That isn't something that I just kind of sell like a product. It is something that is directly tied to my services. So Sunshine Enterprise is a service mark, and that's going to protect me from someone else coming along creating very similar services saying they're Sunshine Enterprise. So what does that do when someone else does that? Well, it hurts your business. So I'm great at what I do, right? But what if another Sunshine Enterprise came up and started stealing my business because people think it's me, and then they do a shitty job? Now people are thinking that I'm shitty. Like, they might accidentally write this stuff on my Google or my Yelp because I own all of that. They might come on my website and talk bad about Sunshine Enterprise, and it wasn't even me. So it's very important that you trademark because you don't want someone else to come around and do something similar and wreck your reputation. If that makes sense. You also don't want anybody able to commercialize and make money off of your brand. Like, if somebody came into Sunshine Grind, I would be so pissed. That's why I was like, Before I talk about this, let me get these apps in. So that's why you want to trademark, is going to provide full protection. Now let's talk about the different type of trademarks. So we talked about the difference between service marks, trademarks, right? But you can actually trademark on a state level instead of on a federal level. Now, the reason that I would not suggest that you do this, some people suggest you do it because it's cheaper. But the reason why I would suggest that you don't do it is because what kind of protection is a state trademark in a digital world? I sell stuff in Cali, I sell stuff in Ohio, I sell stuff in Florida. So if I'm only protecting myself in Georgia, I'm not very much protected at all, you know? So I always recommend that you actually do trademark on the federal level on the USPTO website. That's United States Patent and Trademark Office. So let's talk about the price of trademarks and how to trademark. So the price of trademarks. So there's a few different options that you will get. You have the RF plus, you got the regular. There's all these different distinguishing marks, different ways to trademark. So I always do the same exact application and it's $225. So when you pick that option over the regular, that means all of your communication will be done digitally. I check my email. I never have any issue at all. I've already successfully filed 4 trademarks for other companies, and as I said, I have 2 pending for myself. Now, let's talk about how long a trademark takes. A trademark generally takes 6 to 12 months, and that's if everything goes good. So, if something goes wrong and they give you, what's up, everybody coming in? Gorgeous as Dacia, Big KC87, Naturally Your SEO. Oh, I thought I said SEO, but I said SEO. What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. So it generally takes 6 to 12 months, and you're like, what's going on in all that time? So first off, they're reviewing a shit ton of applications, right? The first thing they actually do is like an initial review, and they're just making sure that there's no one else on record having a trademark that is similar enough for you to clash or that is exactly the same that you just didn't find. So that's like the initial step. So that generally takes up to 90 days. And you will actually receive confirmation when you have passed that first test. After that, it actually gets passed to an attorney who's going to do some like really thorough review of your application. And you'll get a response. It's either boom, you're good, or they may have a couple questions for you. For one client, I actually did a logo. That was the only time I had like a response where we had to really talk to the attorney and like, figure out some little pieces on how to make it get approved. So basically he was like, in the description it's saying woman is pulling suitcase. It needs to say woman is pulling a brown suitcase. Right here you listed the color as blue. I need you to list it as light blue. So they are very exact. They are very particular about how they want that information listed. So that's usually the only reason you get a response, is if you have a trademark name that is too close to someone else's, or if they need your description to be more descriptive. Some people ask questions like, can I trademark this in just this font? Yes, you absolutely can. But the reason why I suggest that you don't do that is if I trademark this in this font, that means somebody can put in another font, and that's not trademark infringement. So when you are filing your trademark, it asks like, do you want to apply this to a particular font, etc. So unless it's your logo, and your logo of course has a particular font, then I would suggest that you make it as broad and not generic, but as broad as possible to fully protect that name, right? Let's talk about trade names. A trade name is not a trademark. So when you file with the state and get your LLC, they often call that your trade name. So yeah, you have a name, and yes, you're registered with the state, and that's going to work to your benefit when you look for your trademark or actually applying for your trademark, or if you do get into a dispute with someone prior to trademark happening, because you're like, nah, bruh, this was my name first. I had a trade name. But a trade name does not give you protection like a trademark does. Now, I know some of you guys are like, but what about the little TM or the SM? Now, that's common right trademark. So technically, common law trademark. So technically, Sunshine Grind and Sunshine Enterprise are mine by common law trademark. So I could prove that I've been selling this longer. But they actually made a law back in November 2018 where you're not protected the same by that law. So before it was like whoever had it in commerce first, you win. Period, point blank. It doesn't matter who trademarked it first. Whoever sold it first, you're the winner of the case. That's not a thing anymore, and it's about who put that trademark in first. So if you're serious about your brand, if you're making money with your brand, you want to trademark that thing. So I suggest that you actually don't trademark before you make money. Now, why would I say something crazy like that? You like, what if I start making money and I turn around and somebody trademarked it? Don't think so pessimistic, shawty. So I would suggest that you get out here and do some hand-to-hand hustling, or you make sure you got your domain and stuff locked down. or you like make sales with your friends and family, so you're not really like putting your whole name and everything on the internet and making people interested in wanting to steal it. But why do I suggest you do that? Because the government wants to approve the person who's gonna make money with that thing. So say for example, I had never sold anything with Sunshine Grind on it, right? And I'm like, oh, I want to trademark this, but I can't prove that I've been in commerce already. I can't prove that I've made any money off of this thing. They're not going to be as interested in proving my trademark. Why? Because they want to give it to the person that's going to make money off the trademark, so they could then tax you for that money that you've been making off the trademark. They're not interested in giving the trademark to a person who is just buying trademarks and going to sit on them, because they don't make money like that. If you don't know what you're doing, if you're worried about doing this trademark thing, you got 3 options. You can hire a trademark attorney. There are some that are available right on the USPTO website. You can find one locally. You can hire me, because I do this process for $150. I do it all the way up until you get that piece of paper that approves your trademark. So when the attorney calls and responds via email, I'll be the one to deal with that. Or you could use one of them trash ass websites like LegalZoom and then call me and tell me how they messed up your thing. So, and charge you a lot of money. All right. What else did I get questions about? I talked to y'all about how much. I talked to y'all about how to do it. Talked to y'all. Oh, life of a trademark. So life of a trademark is for life. When you trademark something, that's yours forever. Now, you are supposed to legally refile your trademark every 5 years and give them $225 again and again and again. I know, it's annoying. But yeah, it's yours for life once it's trademarked. Then what else? Copyright. So let's talk about why copyrights are different. Copyrights are really for artistic pieces. So music is copywritten. When you make a painting, that's copywritten. A statue, that's a copyright. And those actually last up to 70 years after the death of the artist or creator of the thing. Copyrights are a lot cheaper, but that is not full protection like a trademark is. Trademarks is for brands. Copyright is for a thing, if that makes sense. What else did I get a question about? Oh, what to do. So say that you have something trademarked and you see somebody with your name, you're like, I got that trademark. You don't immediately go sue, because that's going to cost you a lot of money. You reach out to them and you show them, hey, this is mine. I had it first. And they usually fall back and stop using it. Now, you can't always do that. Let me give you an example. So Sunshine Grind, let's not use Sunshine Grind because this is pretty much, let's use a service mark. So Sunshine Enterprise. Sunshine Enterprise, I provide business services, right? So if somebody becomes Sunshine Enterprise and they provide pest control services, they're not at all going to be confused with me, because someone isn't going to accidentally call pest control while calling me. So I actually can't make them change their name. It has to be someone who's similar enough and in your industry. Also, trademarks can get very, very expensive because there are different classes. So I'm going to pull it up real quick so we could talk about all the different classes. So most people only do like one class, and like most of the trademarks I do is kind of like one class, and we cover all the merch, because that's what most people are using their trademarks for, to sell shirts, hats, articles of clothing. All that falls under one class. But bags, that's a different class. So if you want to put your name like on luggage bags and stuff, that's a different class of trademark. To everybody saying all this good information, thank you. About to ask, yes, thank you for the gems. Y'all are welcome. I'm so glad I'm here to help you guys. Okay, so chemical products, that's a class. Paint products, that's a class. Metal products, that's a class. So if you have something where it's going to fall into more than one class, you unfortunately have to pay for more than one trademark. So like I said, a lot of us are kind of just covering our merch. But if you are, go look up Meg Thee Stallion. And also her name is not Meg the Stallion, it's Meg Thee Stallion. She got like all the classes locked down. Like toys can't say Meg Thee Stallion on there. Okay? She has locked it down in all the classes that matter. Firearm products is a class. Jewelry products is a class. So say that you do want to make some necklaces with your brand on it. That's a different class than the clothing class. So you're going to have to pay that $225 twice. All right? So I hope I answer all the questions I already got. And now feel free to drop all the questions I didn't already answer. All right. Can your business be stolen if the name isn't trademarked? Let's talk about it. So basically, I'm going to pin this up so people know what we're answering. So, you've been in business, you've been doing your thing, and somebody comes through and they take the trademark, right? But you've been selling it, you've been making money, you were first in commerce. Like I said, that November 2018 law is going to kind of work against you. Basically, it's just going to have to go to court. So, like, it's not a clear answer. Like, the court is going to kind of side with you because you're going to be like, I was first in commerce and I've been selling it and I already got my state registration and this, and this. But they still going to be like, but why you didn't trademark it? But then they're going to look at that person, and if that person haven't been selling anything and kind of jump out the sky and just all of a sudden trademark it with no background, no identity with it, that's going to work to your advantage because the court going to be like, you just came to steal their name, you know? So I hope that answers that question. And then, like I said, if you're in a different industry, you don't have any protection on that. Like, that's not a trademark infringement technically. Like, if you doing plumbing and they doing dentistry, they can have the same name as you, unfortunately. So think about like Dove soap and Dove chocolate. Think about like AAA, the auto service, and AAA, like Alcoholic Anonymous. Alcoholic Anonymous. Is it AA? AA. Oh, that's an AA meeting. I play too much. It's another AAA though. What is the other AAA? It's another AAA that exists. Maybe it is. I just keep thinking pest control. Am I making that up? Oh, it's AAA towing. That's not the same as AAA, the full car service. And they ain't seem to get sued yet. All right. Thank you so much for all y'all saying this is good info. I try. And then a patent is like the other thing that protects intellectual property. And a patent is for inventions. So like Shawty who came up with we all came up with this, black girls, but we ain't never do nothing about it. Shawty who came up with putting the satin inside the bonnet, that's a patent because that's an invention. Not inside the bonnet, inside the beanie. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, we all be putting our bonnet or our silk scarf on and then put the beanie on top. She patented that thing, so she owns that now. So you better not ever go make them hats because she gonna come for you. Why y'all a little weak? Because I play too much off the AA thing. Y'all, and it's messed up because I'm gonna post this to YouTube because I know this is late at night and everybody not gonna get a chance to watch it. So I really was trying to do better and be more professional about it. But I just play too much and it's too late at night. And I'm sorry. I still got y'all the information. Ain't that what matters? All right, let me know if y'all got any other questions about trademark infringement, patents, copyrights. Ask me why I'm here. Don't be DMing me about this no more, all right? This is all the information I got. And also, let me buzz down the disclaimer. I am not an attorney. This is not legal advice. Google it. That's my disclaimer, okay? But that is all accurate information. Like I said, I have successfully processed quite a few trademarks, and I got a couple more in the pipeline. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I know I just posted it like 2 hours ago. Like, yeah, we about to go live. And make sure y'all join my live tomorrow. I'm launching the new series, Mamas in Pajamas, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm not gonna be a spoiler for the power that's about to come on in midnight. Because y'all know I'm about to be thirsty and go watch it. But just know, y'all need to be at least a week behind because we're going to talk about last week's power tomorrow. Like, that's not going to be the focus or nothing. Like, we're going to be talking about the art of balancing business and babies. But power is going to come up and we're going to talk about it. So if you didn't watch last week's, watch it before y'all come to my live tomorrow, for real. Because I love y'all and I don't want y'all mad at me. Yes, I'm always here to share the knowledge. It's what I do. I had somebody tell me earlier, like, they sent me like their very first invoice, because like PayPal got the number, and I was like, oh, like, Shawty, let me show you how to like take a partial payment so I can just pay you a deposit, because she like, or send a cash app. I'm like, you don't play with cash app with your business. And I was teaching her how to do it. She like, man, thank you for teaching me. Like, I love to teach people. I want y'all to have a efficient business. I want y'all to have a legal business. I want y'all to have a money flowing, money growing business. And if I know it, I might as well tell y'all how to do it. And the more of this general information I give y'all, the more interested y'all are on hiring me to do the really specific work for your business. So trust me, it works in my favor, and I love helping you guys. I love like just receiving the good positive messages, and you like, I start making money, or I filed my business license, or and I'll just be proud of y'all. So yeah, and I'm actually going to be making a pretty short masterclass on, for those of you who don't want to incorporate your business with someone else, you like, I want to know how to do this for myself, but I want to do it right. I'm going to actually be making a really cheap class. It's going to be $25. I'm going to teach you exactly how to incorporate your business legally, correctly. Hey, Moon Goddess. So yeah. What else was I about to say about that? But yeah, if you do need your business incorporated and you haven't, you need to do that before you file your taxes, okay? Hire me. It's on my website. It's $150 and it includes the price of your license. Don't use LegalZoom. All right, let me see. Somebody said, don't feel bad, I'm all the way behind. So I'm going to just like, when we get on there, you ain't never seen it, so you ain't going to be worried about it anyways. So when we start talking about power tomorrow, I'm going to just tell you when, so you could like put me on mute or something. And then I'm going to type in there like, all right, we done talking about power. Then you can unmute me. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you about this little blessing. A booking app comes for free with me being a tenant in my building. Bless up. So it sounds like you got approved for your tenant space. Just 3 days after getting your business license that you hired the Sunshine Enterprise to do for you. That's what's up, lovely. I'm proud of you, Miss Holistic Heals. I know you holistic, you healing hands, but technically by law you holistic heals, but you got a DBA as healing hands, but it's all good. Should you trademark names of products that you sell? Yes, I would. If it's a product, now let's talk about being seasonal versus being a permanent thing. So someone was asking me that about, you switched it all to holistic heals. That's cool. So someone was asking me that about some merch. They were like, what if I just want to use this like seasonally? And I'm like, you're just going to use something seasonally for a couple months, or like even like Black History stuff, like Black History Month stuff that you only gonna sell that month, you're not gonna sell it no more. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry. I would say don't trademark it, because the time frame that's gonna take to get approved, you're gonna be already done selling it. Excuse me. So I wouldn't stress myself about seasonal stuff. Now, if this is a product, and this is a product that you keeping, this is a product that this the name of your body butter, and it's something very specific, and this is your top product, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't want nobody else. Because, okay, so say I'm Magical Maker, and then Shawty over here is Naturally Nasty. I think that's great as our competitor name, because that's how I always feel about the competitor. So you Naturally Nasty, I'm Magical Maker, right? And we both are selling body butters and soaps. Now say Magically Maker is trademarked and that's all locked down, but my body butter, which is Blessed Body of the Babes or something like that, that is just so popular. It's what people know me by. It's my top seller. It's what people always asking for. Like, that's the first thing they type into Google. And Shawty over here steal that same name and start selling her body butter. Is that puts you in a bad position, because what if hers not the same? And more importantly, she gonna start stealing your money by, like, she doing it on purpose, but for you, that's on accident. So, of course, you're like, dang, that could be really expensive. But if it's a top product, if it's a really important product, because, I don't have, like, tangible products. Like, I got my classes, I got my book, which is copyright. I'm working on another book. That thing gonna be copywritten. And then, like, my brand names. And then that's it. Like, but if I had a product, nah, I would, yeah. All right. like your, okay, what's a good app? And also to those of you who are coming in, y'all already know the rules. If y'all don't know the rules, let me tell y'all the rules. Whenever I'm live, you can ask me whatever. So if it's not about trademarks, like I do want to keep this focused on trademarks, but if you just got a business question, which it look like I got right here, I'm answering it. When I'm not on live, don't be hitting me up with a bunch of questions because I'm going to send you an invoice, okay? I get paid to do this. I am a business coach and strategist, and I love what I do, but this is how I feed my kid. Let me answer this other question, and as much as y'all can, try to put the questions in the box so everybody know we answering. But get BB now. I'm going to get to you. Books you recommend? Big KC. This is what I want you to do, because I've been sharing a lot of my books lately. So when we come out of here, click on my first highlight, and it's called book reviews, and you'll see like my past few book reviews, and you'll see my whole breakdown of what I think of each book. But I've been reading quite a bit lately. This is one of my favorites right now. I definitely would highly suggest The Millionaire Next Door. And then when you say books you recommend, I really would love for you to tell me like what you're looking for, because yeah, I'm a business strategist, but I read some of everything. I'm really interested in the natural elements of the world. Like this is, you see where this sitting at? Been done reading this thing. But alkaline herbal medicine, this is like by Dr. Sebi's like little, what you call a person that be up under your wing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Little shawty. This is some good information. I'll be up in this book all the time. And it talks about why our bodies operate why they do and why we need to eat what we need to eat. And this is just, I'm trying to get my little cousins to read it. I sent them the first chapter. I just finished Living Off the Grid yesterday. That's my first book of 2020. Woo! And then I'm about to bust this baby open today. Prodigy. Thank you. Thank you, babe. Prodigy. Yeah, it's Prodigy. You know what I was talking about. This is another one that I always keep close by. Let me tell you about the DBA. Hold on. But these are a couple books I just picked up though. The Harvard Business Review on Entrepreneurship, The Ultimate Small Business Marketing Tools, and Black Enterprise Guide to Starting Your Own Business. And y'all know I've been in business for 3 years, been a business coach these whole 3 years, but I love just learning more about small business, more about business development. It's always something that I can learn. So that's the book thing. Now back to BBB's question. What's a good app to help strategize, monetize my marketing? ? Exclamation point post. So as far as strategizing your marketing, and if we're talking about like when you should be posting, what you should be posting, I would recommend you use Hootsuite. Hootsuite is going to let you post on your Twitter, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. You can preload all that stuff and it can all go on automatic, so you don't have to be on your phone and post it. For Instagram, I really like Planoly because it shows you how everything is going to lay out. Iconosquare is a good app because it tells you like which hashtags are doing good, which ones are doing bad. Crowdfire is really good because it gives you suggested content. As far as monetizing goes, like monetization is really just coming from what products are you pushing? How are you pushing those products? Are you going live? Are you giving video content? Do you got a lot of reviews? Are you frequently collecting your reviews? How do you push or follow up with people after they download a freebie to buy the next product? Do you have tiered products? Do you have a freebie? So monetization is like, that's kind of difficult to just answer, but I don't have an answer for an app for that. But as far as strategizing what you posting, as far as your marketing goes, I would recommend those ones I just listed. All right, I had another question. Can you talk more about a DBA? Should it be incorporated when? So a DBA is doing business as, and it's basically like a fictitious name. So that's basically the state of Georgia. If you get a DBA, it's $250. And I'm like, why the hell would I do that when I can just dead ass file a new business for $100? That's going to be $50 every year thereafter that I could just umbrella under my business. So when it come down to that element of it, I'd be like, what's the point of a DBA? But for me, in my business. So someone else in Georgia already has Sunshine Enterprise LLC. I am technically the Sunshine Enterprise Consulting LLC, right? But when I file my EIN is filed as the Sunshine Enterprise Consulting, doing business as Sunshine Enterprise. Cost me $0 extra. The government knows who I am. And that's why I operate as Sunshine Enterprise all day long and don't feel bad about it. Does that make sense? And does that answer your question? And like going to Lovely. So Lovely, she just filed her business name. So we can talk about it because it ain't, can't be taken because it's hers. So her first name that she wanted was Healing Hands with a Z, right? And then her second name that she wanted was Holistic Heals with a Z. So basically when you're filing your LLC, it's going to ask you what's your first name. And if you can't get that one, what's your second name? So she didn't get approved for Healing Hands because it's already too many similar names, like spelled with an S and stuff. So she actually is registered as Holistic Heals. Now, when I filed her EIN on a federal level, I federally registered her as Holistic Heals, DBA Healing Hands. So if she ever wanted to work as Healing Hands with a Z, can't nobody say nothing to her because her federal EIN got it listed on there. Does that make sense? I got other questions. No problem. I'm here to help. All right, y'all. I'm on public Wi-Fi and the connection sucks, but I appreciate your answer. I caught most of it. All right, and BBB now, or get BBB now. I'm going to actually load this one to my YouTube page. So when you get some good Wi-Fi, just click the link in my bio and scroll to like where the video section is, and you'll see it right there. I'm going to load it up probably tonight or like first thing in the rising. So you can watch the whole thing back and get all those answers. All right, glad I was able to answer your question, Trey Lamont. Let me drink a bunch of this wine to the head. I'll play too much. This is water. So as long as you have an EIN, you can file taxes. Let's talk about that. So I don't know who taught people this, and I'm so sorry to those of you who have this information. You shouldn't have an EIN if you don't have a business. Like if you don't have an LLC or a corporation or a corporation that's a nonprofit or LLP, if you did not file a state registration, you should have never filed a federal EIN. You shouldn't have done that because that comes next. That's a secondary step. It's actually an employment identification number. So it's definitely not supposed to be done if you haven't state registered yourself as a business. So I really don't know where that falls into play because I don't touch taxes that aren't correct. Like if you came to me and was like, hey, I'm a small business owner, I got an EIN, but I don't have a state registration, but I want to write all this stuff off on my Schedule C and I made $50,000, I would not file your taxes because I don't know what to do with that. So I would definitely suggest that you get your state registration done and then you refile your EIN. You might not have to. Now, this is why you're not supposed to file the EIN first. Going back to Lovely example, just because she's the freshest example and she's a person that not often I have to pick that second name, but she was one of those people who we had to go with that second name. Say I filed, and this is what happens when you use LegalZoom and some of these little databases that be just sticking your shit through a computer. Now, say the day that I filed her LLC, I went and filed her EIN as Healing Hands. We would have had to refile that EIN because your EIN has to directly match your state registration. And as I told you, her first option was Healing Hands and her second option was Holistic Heals. Healing Hands was not approved. So if I went with what I put on the application versus what the state has approved, her EIN would have been incorrect and we would have had to submit a new one. Now, if you have made less than $600 and you don't have a state registration, that's fine. Just write it off in your Schedule C under your small business and keep it pushing. If you don't have a state registration, just write it off on your Schedule C and see what happens. Because that's where it's supposed to go. It is supposed to go, as long as you're sole proprietor, like small business, it's supposed to go on your Schedule C. But I'm pretty sure it asks for your state registration on there. Like, I don't feel like pulling up no my tax software, but I'm pretty sure it asks for it on there, but they might just be cross-checking it. I don't even remember. I haven't started filing taxes this year yet. I just finished my classes yesterday because I like to wait to the last minute to do everything because I'm a procrastinator. But yeah, I would suggest you get your business license, but if you can't do it, if you ain't do it, just write it off in Schedule C. Because, like, that's what some people be doing. And then, well, actually, you can do that. Like, don't even worry about that EIN because that EIN is supposed to match your business. Period. So don't even worry about that EIN. Because think about, like, hairstylists working out their kitchen and stuff like that. They be writing that off on their Schedule C. Because they just end up filing it as a sole proprietor. That's what you're going to do, file it under a sole proprietor. So that's actually getting filed under your social. So, like, your tax breaks aren't going to be exactly the same as they would have been if you had your business stuff intact, like had your state registration, had your EIN that matches that state registration. But actually, yeah, you can completely file your taxes. You're just going to file them under your Schedule C, and they're going to look at you like someone who just babysitting or cutting hair or, you know, whatever out the house. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't. I'll try to clarify more. All right, let me know if y'all got some more questions. And then I'm going to let y'all gizzo. Because, you know, power coming on in an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, that does make sense. Okay. But, yeah, that's what you do. If you don't got your state license, just write it all off on your Schedule C and keep it pushing. And when you get your refund bag, go and get your state registration, Miss Lady. All right? Please and thank you. You want to get all the benefits of being a business owner if you're operating a business. And think about it like, you know, some people like, I ain't even making money. I bet your ass spending money, though. Because, like, my first year of business, I spent like 3 bands. I made like a band. Guess what happened to me? They gave me a check. So, yeah. Because your tax liability is based on like how much money you made, but it's also they look at your expenses. So if your expenses outweigh what you brought in, it's gonna put you in negative, which means I ain't liable for nothing I made, but y'all liable to help me on all this I spent. Yo, I'm so hyped. Like, I booked my photo shoot, and I'm so hyped. So I'm gonna do some brand pictures. I'm gonna get some pictures for. I'm gonna redo the cover of Dang, I don't never got that book over here when I want it. But, you know, book 1, Saving Money and Time in the Kitchen. I'm redoing that cover. And then we're going to shoot for the cover of the next book, Breaking the Chains, Teaching Your Kids the Money Lessons You Never Learned. Because that book's coming out in the spring. And I'm super excited to share that information with you guys. Because, like, my little dude, he knows a lot about money. He just sucks at saving, but he getting honest. But, like, we doing better because I be like, we're going to go put this in your bank account now. Thanks. I'm hyped for me. I was going to tell y'all. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all anyways. I don't care if this is going on YouTube. So, like, I was, like, in not a good mood, right? But then as I paid for my studio, like, earlier today, and then I paid a deposit to the photographer later today. So then I'm like, okay, I'm in a better mood. So, like, I was twerking, like, some low winding twerk, like, while cooking dinner or whatever. So then I had paused while down there on the ground and was just scrolling on Instagram. My boyfriend coming in, he like, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, what's wrong? He like, why you on the floor like that? I'm like, oh, I just had a twerk break. But yeah, I was down here like, he like, I don't care. I was in a good mood. After coming from a bad mood, I needed a twerk break, damn it. All right, y'all. So y'all don't have no more questions, right? Because I'm gonna wrap this up because I hate that it's gonna be so long on YouTube already, but whatever. And if y'all missed the first half of this, go ahead and just watch it on replay on here. And if you missed the whole 24-hour replay, it'll be on YouTube. And once again, this is not legal advice. And if you need some more information, Google it. All right. I think y'all good to go. So thanks for tuning in. I hope to see y'all tomorrow for my first episode of Mamas in Pajamas at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here. And everybody have an amazing night. Be productive. Do your research. And if you do got a business right now, go to the US PTO website. I'm about to show y'all exactly where to go, because y'all don't want to be operating illegally. You don't want to be using somebody else's name. So let me tell y'all what y'all need to do right now. All right. So if you just started a business, right, and you ain't already took the time to check this out, you want to go to the US PTO website. Y'all welcome for sure. All right, you go to trademarks, and then you look for search trademarks, and then you just type in the name, y'all. Like right here, you're going to go search our database, and then just go to basic mark search. That's where you're going to start. But if it's like a logo, you'll use the other ones. And then you're just going to type it in right here. If it's live, that means it's currently active. If it's dead, that means someone didn't pay it, the application they need to approve, etc. So definitely, if you're a new business owner, do not stepping on somebody else's trademarks, because they will come for you. All right, y'all. Good night. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Oh, yeah, you ain't got to worry about yours. You already know. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.